What's up, guys? It's Ty here, and welcome to our inaugural podcast, Run It Back. I'm joined with fellow podcast members from the Mo and IH Gym Clips YouTube channel, Mo and Isaiah. Introduce yourself, guys.
This is Mo from the Mo and IH Gym Clips channel. And
what's up, guys? It's Isaiah from Mo and IH.
Can you please explain the name to the viewers? Why IH, Isaiah? His name's Isaiah, by the way, guys.
Well, I mean, it was just an honest mistake, like when we first made the channel, Mo put the name as IH, even though my name's Isaiah. But I think he spelled it IAISH. But it was just an honest spelling mistake, but it's kind of turned into like a little joke now. And so, yeah, that's kind of how.
Yeah.
That's why it's IH.
Pretty much.
Now, Mo, how do you misspell Isaiah like that? Not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not attacking you. I've just never seen it misspelled like that. Can you explain how you spell it?
I can't explain. Isaiah, I feel, is spelled not one way, but a lot of different ways. For example, you got Isaiah Thomas from the Pistons in the 90s, and then you got Isaiah Thomas from the Celtics today. Uh-huh. Those two Isaiahs are spelled differently. So I feel like you could spell Isaiah different ways. So that's probably why I got that mistake. Because Isaiah isn't spelled one way. It's not like John. John is spelled one way. Isaiah is spelled different ways.
I don't know.
So
John is I feel like John is also spelled different ways.
Yeah, exactly.
I gotcha, yeah.
Hey, I respect it. It's the newest way that I've seen Isaiah spelled, and maybe kids around the world will now be named Aish, at least, or Isaiah. But
whoa,
maybe kids will be named Aish because
that's what I'm saying.
No, but someone's already named them.
Probably.
Like if you look at spellings from other Isaiahs, they're spelled differently. There's no one spelling of Isaiah. It's not like, for example, I said earlier, John. John is spelled one way. Isaiah is spelled different ways. Of course, you just go look that up yourself. You can verify that. But, that's what I'm saying. And that's probably why I didn't know exactly how it was spelled at the time.
Okay, I'm just going to take your word for it, personally. I mean, Isaiah, do you have anything else to say on this behalf? Or?
No, I mean, I have no hard feelings at all. It was just a misspelling. That's it.
Yeah, I feel that. I mean, your name is not the easiest to spell, in my opinion.
Exactly.
So, well, guys, that's our introductions there. I just wanted to, get that out of the way. If make sure also, I mean, links will be in the description, but it's also one of the featured channels on my YouTube. Make sure you guys go subscribe to their YouTube channel. They do some great gym stuff in there. They're quite strong. I don't know how they do it.
Subscribe, hit the bell, people.
Yeah, hit the bell. You hear them? Like no shameless plugs here. These are all just plugs. Okay, no shame here. But with that out of the way, let's kick off to free agency here. So with free agency dwindling down, I mean there have been a plethora. That's a big word too. I know. There's been so many moves that have really shifted the NBA into that most teams can win. I mean, there's probably 6 to 7 teams that can honestly win the title this season. And the first team I want to talk about is the Brooklyn Nets. I mean, they signed Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant, and DeAndre Jordan. Guys, what do you think about the Brooklyn Nets really tooling and becoming one of the best teams in the East?
All right. To be honest, I myself am a Boston fan, and I'm not very happy with Kyrie leaving to the Brooklyn Nets, going to the Brooklyn Nets. And I feel like KD's not there this year, obviously, because he has an Achilles injury. But do you mean are the Nets a contender this year or the next year?
I mean, this year, I mean, they probably won't win it this year. They technically are a contender this year. I mean, just because in the East, they'll be one of the higher seeds because it's weaker. Also, real quick, I am a Celtics fan as well, so that's funny. Later on, we'll go over our favorite teams and stuff like that. That'll be something.
All right.
But next year, really.
So I guess you're talking about Brooklyn as a contender next year. Yeah. So Kyrie left Cleveland in the first place to lead his own team. And we saw how that went in Boston. So Kyrie's going to Brooklyn now with KD. Is Kyrie really going to be the number one option, or is KD? It's going to be KD. So it's like Kyrie's going back to the same place he already was. Now, they could win a title, but I really don't see it happening. Not with the East is kind of weak, but there's some good teams in the West. I don't think that KD and Kyrie could hold up against them. And DeAndre Jordan is not in his prime anymore. He used to be really good, but he's not that good anymore personally. So I don't think the Brooklyn Nets will be a threat next year, I'm saying.
Okay, Isaiah, what do you think about this?
All right, yeah. I mean, I'm sort of agreeing with Mo, but I'm gonna make a bold prediction about the Brooklyn Nets. Okay, so my prediction is that even with KD, so in 2 years or whatever, Nets won't make it past the second round. I don't see them doing any damage, really. I mean, DeAndre Jordan isn't the same one. He's not the same DeAndre Jordan we saw in Lob City with Chris Paul and them boys.
Them boys.
You know, I think, I'm thinking like a second round exit. And then this year, I'm going to say like first round exit probably.
Cool. That's bold.
Yeah.
That's very bold. That is.
Yeah, that's my take on the Brooklyn Nets there.
Okay. Is there anything else you guys want to say about the Brooklyn Nets? Anything? Spencer Dinwiddie, you want to talk about him? Jalen Hands. Jalen Hands is on the Nets. Anyone want to say anything about him?
I don't even know who Jalen Hands is.
He was supposed to be like he was some dude who was a real good high school player and then became an average college player and now is in the NBA. So at least he made it. So that's good.
Yeah.
But I mean that's really all I have to say about Brooklyn. I mean I made a prediction video on my YouTube, guys. Go check it out. It'll be probably at the end screen of this. By the way, it's a little shameless plug there. But I actually have the Nets as the 4 seed for the East this season and. They'll be playing the Pacers, and honestly, I can agree with your first round exit. I can see the Pacers beating the Nets in the first round. I think they have a stronger total team. But now with Kevin Durant, they can't. But personally, that's just how I feel.
I honestly think people are sleeping on the Pacers big time.
They are very good.
Yeah, they're a solid team.
I agree. All right, that's all really for the Brooklyn Nets. The next team I want to talk about with some big moves is the Los Angeles Clippers. You thought I was going to say Lakers, but I want to talk about the Clippers because really they had more movement. Everybody knows Kawhi. He shafted the Lakers. He waited till July 6th to tell them, hey, I'm going to go to your same town rival in the Los Angeles Clippers. And then it's like, you know what, I'm going to have Paul George come over as well. So Paul George and Kawhi Leonard are now leading the Clippers with Pat Bev. They even have Ivica Zubac, sweet Lou Williams off the bench. This team is nice. This team has chemistry. What do you guys think about them?
All right, about the Clippers, they have a very promising team, but I did not agree with the move. Kawhi leaving Toronto to go to the Clippers. He had just won a championship with Toronto. And he was Finals MVP. I understand he wants to go to LA, but he could have stayed. Like, he had a good team there. He could have stayed one more year. He had just beaten the Warriors. Like, I don't understand that. But the Clippers, as a team, I feel like they're going to be really good this year. Last year, the Clippers team, that team was very deep. They took 2 games from the Warriors, and they were very good. So I think I see the Clippers going to the conference finals and losing to the Lakers, of course. That's what I see as the future for the Clippers. If the Lakers maybe in a few years, if they start dying down, maybe if LeBron moves to another team or he gets old or something, I could see the Clippers going to the finals eventually. So that's my prediction.
Isaiah?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the Clippers are stacked. I honestly could see the Clippers having the best record during the regular season out of any team. But I think come playoff time, I know Kawhi obviously has nothing left to prove, but I don't think him and Paul George are enough. I mean, they have a solid team. They've got Beverly, Kawhi, George, Harrell, Lou Williams. They go 7 men deep. But I think I'm seeing conference finals against the Lakers, and I think LeBron and AD just have too much firepower for the Clippers. But They are loaded, and I do think they might have 1 seed, honestly, in the West.
Interesting perspective there. I mean, I never really thought of them being the best regular season team. I thought they would be a team really in the playoffs to be the ones to shock, because I feel like Paul George and Kawhi Leonard are able to, kind of switch to another gear like, LeBron. And, we really haven't seen Anthony Davis switch to that next gear in the playoffs yet. I mean, this year will probably be his first year. But I completely agree with you, both of you guys, with the Lakers-Clippers Western Conference Finals, in my opinion. And I also agree with you, Isaiah, with the 7-man deep. I mean, also, you even mentioned Landry Shamet, and Maurice Harkless is a decent player. I mean, he's not like good or anything, but he's decent. JaMychal Green, right now he's their starting power forward. He's a solid little player. I mean, he's someone who's just going to be there. He's going to honestly stand behind the arc, shoot threes, get rebounds. That's really all you want from your from a fifth option on the offense. But this Clippers team is nice. Paul George and Kawhi, I think they'll work out. I mean, I think those are two players that don't have a problem with working out other people. And then Pat Bev, great defender, along with the other two. Anything else you guys want to say?
Honestly, I saw this post. I think it was on like ESPN's Instagram. Like, nobody's going to want to play the Clippers. They've got 3 of the top 5 defensive players in the league on their team. And they're Paul George and Kawhi are, I mean, probably the best two-way players in the game. So I wouldn't be surprised if the Clippers won 60 games.
Ooh, even in the tough Western Conference. Ooh.
I mean, I don't know. I could see upper 50s, definitely.
That's what I really see, the shelf life for this team. Not shelf life, but, the ceiling for that team, too. 60 is tough. I mean, I'm not saying they're a bad team. I'm just saying this West is really good,
Yeah, the West, that's true. The West is very, very stacked.
Agree. Mo, anything else? Any other thoughts?
Yeah, I think I agree with Isaiah on the Clippers being the best in the regular season, but then losing in the playoffs. I feel like the Clippers have the talent to go very far, but it's just those Lakers, and even possibly the Rockets. I mean, everybody thinks
we'll get to them.
All right.
You keep going.
The Rockets, Russell Westbrook and James Harden. People think that, yes, they're both ball dominant, but people forget that they played together in OKC and they had good chemistry there. They went to the finals. Of course, they lost to LeBron, but they're a finals team. So people think, oh, it's not going to work out. They're both ball hogs. James Harden. I know James Harden likes his ISO and stuff and takes all these shots a game. But I'm telling you, this is a death lineup. The Rockets didn't lose anybody besides Chris Paul. They still have their team there. They still have Clint Capella. They still have PJ Tucker.
Hayward. No, not what's his name? The other Eric Gordon.
Yeah, Eric Gordon.
Austin Rivers off the bench.
Gerald
People
Green.
like that. Yeah, him too. People sleep on the Rockets team. I think there's great potential there. The Rockets, honestly, could be a 3 seed right behind the Clippers and Lakers.
Yeah.
Honestly. I can see that.
Isaiah, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I could see a 3 seed. I mean, the Rockets are always pretty good in the regular season. I agree that they'll be good, but I do disagree that they'll be a finals team just because, I mean, they've got Russ and James Harden back, but they don't have, KD, who they had on that Thunder team. And, I don't see Russell Westbrook or James Harden as clutch playoff players, and I don't think that's going to change this year, so.
Yeah, I agree with the fact that, Mo, you said they'd probably be the 3 seed, and they are finals contenders. I agree with that. I also have them as the 3 seed in the West in my personal predictions. But, I mean, this team's depth doesn't go. I mean, Austin Rivers, Gerald Green, that's kind of, I mean, Daniel House Jr. Do you know who Daniel House Jr. is?
Yeah.
I mean, okay, fine. They have a 38-year-old Tyson Chandler. I believe he's 38, but I mean he's not the same Tyson Chandler as
Tyson's still in the league.
Tyson.
Yeah, he signed. Yeah, I mean, you can watch. I made a video about it. If you guys want to go watch, I'm just kidding. That was, but I did though. I do a playlist. If you trust me, most transactions are on that playlist. But Daniel House is also on there too, so that's how I know him. But this team, don't get me wrong, it's a very good team. And you were saying how, James Harden and Russell Westbrook have already played together, so they have that chemistry. But that was back in 2011, like 2010. That was back when James Harden was their sixth man, and, Russell Westbrook really wasn't – he was ball dominant, but not as ball dominant as he is now. And now this is James Harden's team. This is the first time – well, second time, really. First time in a while, I guess, for Russell Westbrook. I mean, it was his team in OKC for a couple of years there, and he, as much as he liked to think it was his team with Kevin Durant there, it wasn't. But he probably still thought in his head, like, this is my team. No, this is James Harden's team. And Russell Westbrook needs to change his game. He needs to become a better shooter. And, that's really how this offense works. I mean, Mike D'Antoni's offense, they're a perimeter-centric team. And, Russell Westbrook driving into the hole. Kind of like a Joey Ray. I mean, Isaiah, I know you know Joey, but it's basically we were playing basketball last night, and Joey's just driving to the rim. Like, there's an offensive foul somewhere there, Joey. And it's like, I'm not gonna get in your way.
How has he managed to bowl through like three guys?
I don't know, but then it was pretty funny. I mean, I don't know if you know who Jaquay is. Do you know Jaquay Askew? Do you know who that is?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know.
Jaquay's playing him in the paint. Like, he's giving Joey like 10 feet of space. He's letting him shoot. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
But that's kind of how I equate Russell Westbrook to. I mean, Joe Ray. That's my comp for Russell Westbrook.
Honestly, I can definitely see that. They both have that like fire. They have that competitiveness, and
yeah. I was trying to trash talk him yesterday. It didn't work.
But honestly, Tyler, does Russell Westbrook really need to change his shooting? I mean, the man averaged a triple-double.
Yeah, but he shot 29% from three. I can shoot 29% from three.
Yeah, he got you.
I mean, he doesn't need to have a good three-point shot. He's got Harden. He's got all these shooters on the team. OKC didn't have shooters besides Paul George. Now you have shooters. You don't have to be a good shooter. You just got to be a pass-first guy,
Yeah, is he really going to be a pass-first guy? Do you think Russell Westbrook's going to pass first? He better learn. He needs to learn.
Yeah, but when you have the ball, 40 of the 48 minutes of the game, anybody can get a triple-double. I mean, anybody that's above average.
So it's that easy, huh?
I think
that easy.
I think anybody in the NBA that's above
the last
average
person to do that was Oscar Robertson.
That was a long time. That was like 40, 50 years ago.
A really long time ago.
But Russell Westbrook's efficiency compared to the top tier players is so low.
Do you know his efficiency?
I don't off the top of my head.
Actually.
But
hold on, I'll look it up. I'll look it up.
But yeah, Russell Westbrook he's one of the best athletes in the NBA. One of the best athletes.
No doubt.
People shame on him, hate on him because they think he hogs. Yeah, win a championship and think he hogs the ball so much.
Yeah,
he
hogs the ball a lot. But the main reason I don't like him is just because he can't win.
He just doesn't have the help.
He had the help with KD and James Harden.
That is very true. He did have help there. I mean, he could get much more help personally.
They weren't quite as good. Harden wasn't the same.
But
they had the big three between those guys.
That's true.
And I think they even had Serge Ibaka on that team. Who's
solid. Serge Ibaka came after that.
Oh, really? Yeah, I mean, he might have, yeah. But, yeah, I think...
They were really young back then.
They were.
2012.
They were. But I like Westbrook. I'm not a hater for Westbrook. I just... Until I see him either win a chip or just play more efficiently, I guess. I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of him.
Russell Westbrook's efficiency rating last season was 21.14. Now I'm not well versed in the player efficiency like averages, but I know in his MVP season he had a 30.7, and that was that's very high.
Yeah.
These are the lowest since 2010
21
for
is
him.
probably not that good.
Very high.
Yeah, it's the third. It was the third lowest of his career, behind his rookie and his sophomore season.
Yeah.
His MVP season, Paul George wasn't there.
No,
Paul George was not there, and his usage rating was 42.5%. That's incredible.
That's high, yeah.
I mean, he was basically doing it by himself that season.
I agree.
Yeah.
No other star.
Mm-hmm.
I know, and he helped him to a first-round exit.
Yeah,
it's true.
It's crazy. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about? Keep going. I'm sorry.
Like the help wasn't there. Like Russell Westbrook needs, like he has another star now. He needs more stars. Like he has shooters now, and I think that could be really. People think it's not going to work out. They could honestly beat the Clippers in the playoffs. I don't see the Lakers, but the Clippers or any other team in the West.
Yeah. I mean, I never count the Rockets out against anybody. It's just until I see it, I'm not really going to believe it.
I agree with that. You got to take it with a grain of salt, in my opinion. But, I mean, on paper, this team is one of the best teams in the NBA, and there's no doubting that. All right, but that's really all for the Heat Rockets. I mean, any last things, because I'm going to move on to the next team, and it's a doozy.
No, that's it for me.
No,
that's
good.
The next team will be, obviously, the Los Angeles Lakers. That's the team we're going to go to next. So, again, another shameless plug here. I said in one of my videos that LeBron would move to point guard, and lo and behold, 2 days later, they announced him moving to point guard. So right now, the depth chart for the Los Angeles Lakers is LeBron at point, Danny Green at the shooting guard, Kyle Kuzma at the 3, Anthony Davis at the 4, DeMarcus Cousins at the 5, with Rondo, Avery Bradley, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Jared Dudley, and JaVale McGee off the bench. This team is the best team in the NBA. You can't change my mind. Don't change my mind. You can try to change my mind, but it will not work. I mean, Anthony Davis, DeMarcus Cousins, who I'll get to him after you guys talk about what you have to say, but I'll get into DeMarcus Cousins after that. But what do you guys have to say about this Lakers team?
This Lakers team is deadly. Like LeBron. So LeBron didn't go to the playoffs last year, right? He had rest. He's going to come out firing. And he has help now. Like last year, he had an injury. He didn't have too much help. He's got Anthony Davis and all those other players you mentioned. Like, I feel like the Lakers won't have the best record in the NBA. I feel like maybe in the West, at least, they'll be a 2 seed behind the Clippers. But if LeBron in this squad gets to the playoffs as a 2 seed, LeBron's on a mission. They're going to the finals. It is a unanimous decision. Like nobody is stopping this team. Although at the same time, I feel like you said DeMarcus Cousins was starting as the 5.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
I feel like JaVale McGee should be the one to start over DeMarcus Cousins because of the things he did last season.
We're going to have to fight here, Mo.
What'd you say?
We're going to have to fight, Mo. We're going to fight.
We're going to have to fight?
Yeah, we're going to have to. I'm going to lose, but, you know, like.
Boogie is good, but JaVale McGee is 7'1", and people say he's bad. Like, he's dominant, and I feel like.
His reach.
I feel like, anyway, Boogie would be better coming off the bench because the Warriors plus minus went down when Boogie was in for them in the playoffs last year and in the finals. So I feel like that's just me personally. Boogie should just come off the bench and JaVale should still be in the starting spot. That's just me.
Isaiah.
Yeah.
So I want to start my Lakers prediction off by saying it's a wrap for the Western Conference.
Ooh.
The Western Conference is done now that LeBron got his team together. But I want to touch on that point. I'm not against JaVale McGee starting. The only thing is you have to take into account Boogie has 3 or 4 months to rest up, and that wasn't really the same Boogie, on the Warriors. I think if he rests up, fully heals that quad, I think he could at least come back to close to what he was on I think it was the Kings and the Pelicans.
Yeah, Kings and the Pelicans. Yeah.
But yeah, I think that if he comes back to even close to where he was, that lineup, that starting 5 is, I think, the best in the league. Honestly, you got 2 of the top 5 players pretty much, without question in the same lineup, and then you have Danny Green, who's a 3-and-D guy, like the top 3-and-D guy, basically. You've got Kuzma, who could be a rising star. And then Boogie, like I said, if he comes back to close to what he was, he's one of the top big guys in the game. So I'm thinking the Lakers have the best starting 5. Plus their bench is now, fairly deep. Yeah, I'm thinking like two or three seed. Yeah, and my prediction is, they'll beat the Clippers in the playoffs, and I think they'll win a chip definitely this year.
I agree with that for the most part. I mean, I think they'll be a number one seed in the West, but I mean, I can see why people would put them at 2 or 3, but then just I have them winning the whole thing basically as well. My thing about DeMarcus Cousins and JaVale McGee, I think JaVale McGee is a good player as well. Don't get me wrong. I just think DeMarcus Cousins is a better player. Again, last season he was just coming off his his torn Achilles and a rupture, whatever it was, same thing basically. And he had 20 minutes per game. I think he had 16 and 8. I mean, 20 minutes per game, 16 and 8. Like, Matt, give him now that he's going to be a starter, going to probably get up to 28 to 30 minutes again. I mean, he's probably going to drop 20 and 10, 20 and 11. Like, he's going to be the same boogie. And also, he's a third option on this team. With the Warriors, he was the fourth or fifth option at some points. And I mean, obviously, I feel like when you're the fourth or fifth option, your plus minus I feel like it varies more than if you were Steph or Clay.
Than if you're
case.
LeBron or just, if you're the first or second option. Yeah,
exactly.
Definitely.
And I mean, in this team right now, it's kind of funny. You think of the Miami Heat. I feel like Anthony Davis kind of plays the LeBron role, and then LeBron plays the Dwayne Wade role, and then Boogie's kind of like that Chris Bosh. He's not going to be the best player on the team, but he's going to be that solid third option that really catapults your team to a championship, and he's going to come back to somewhat of the old Boogie, not the entire old Boogie, but that's all I have to say.
No, I gotcha. I agree. I think it's a wrap. I think Lakers got the chip this year.
Mo, what do you think?
Yeah, the Lakers. LeBron is just. Yeah, I think the Lakers have wrapped it up officially, unless somebody gets injured or something, or something else tragic happens. I hope no injuries happen.
Oh, same. Let's just turn injuries off like 2K. Just turn them off. It's that easy.
Yeah, if everybody stays healthy, Lakers, they've got this wrap.
Well, I think we're all in agreement with that. I mean, Alex Caruso re-signed. That guy who has balding hair, the dude who had like a nasty putback last year. Do you guys know who that is?
Yeah.
He re-signed.
Yeah, I remember that.
That's crazy.
I watched a YouTube video of this I guess he was like a professional horse player.
Mm-hmm.
He played horse against Alex Caruso.
What?
I watched this YouTube video, and Alex Caruso beat him. So
I mean,
yeah.
I'm glad he did.
Alex Caruso's an NBA player, but this guy he was making a bunch of trick shots, but Alex Caruso was just more consistent, so he ended up beating him. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would hope an NBA player would be more consistent than,
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah. All right, well, that's really it with the Lakers.
All right. Now the Pelicans. Now Zion Williamson. I feel like Zion, I already said he's going to be Rookie of the Year, but people say he's got a weight problem. I don't know. I think he's all right with the weight. Is Zion. So I heard he's out for the Summer League. He's out for Summer League.
The Summer League's over now. But
I mean, yeah, I know Summer League's over now, but he didn't play in the Summer League, so we didn't get to see. We only got to see one game of Zion, and I got really kind of mad at that. So when the season starts, Zion's chemistry with Lonzo Ball and they have Brandon Ingram now, right?
Don't forget about B.I.
Brandon Ingram. They lost Julius Erving, I believe.
They did. He went to the Knicks.
Randall. They lost Julius Randle. Is that it? Can you tell me what other players they?
Yeah, let me tell you their depth chart here. Sorry, I'll tell you them in their second string because they actually have a very deep team here. They got Drew Holiday at the point, J.J. Redick at the 2, B.I. at 3, Zion at the 4, and Derek Favors at the 5. Backup point guard, you got Lonzo, you got Josh Hart, Darius Miller, Kendrick Williams, and Jackson Hayes. So.
Okay.
Other notables: Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Jahlil Okafor. I've never heard of Zaylen Cheatham, but he's on the team as well.
So Zion, I feel like if Zion lives up to the hype that everybody's putting him up to, and he's if he ends up being like the next LeBron, he would take his team to the playoffs and maybe be a second round exit. Or if they surprise me somehow, go even further. But I feel like if Zion does what he is proven to do. I feel like they will make the playoffs as I say a fourth seed. I don't know if I can go any higher than 4 though.
Oh.
And I feel like
okay.
okay.
Keep going.
And I feel like not a first round, but maybe in the second round they would lose. That's how I feel.
What do you think about? What do you think, Isaiah?
Well, when you read off that depth chart of the Pelicans, I was thinking, geez, like this team is loaded with talent. I didn't realize their bench was that deep either. Where do like the analysts and everything have Zion playing next year?
Oh, they have him they have the power forward position.
Power forward, okay. Yeah, I mean, because I've heard center, and I mean, me personally, I don't see center. He's like 6'7".
Yeah.
I mean, most of the centers are like 7 foot, and he can jump a lot higher. But he has to time his jump. That means he'd have to time it like perfectly just to get above them. But yeah, I guess I could see him at power forward. I was thinking small forward, but yeah, power forward. He'll get his numbers. I'm sure he'll get like around 15 a game. He'll probably get like maybe 7 or 8 boards. I'm not the biggest Zion fan. I don't think he's going to turn into like a star. I think he could make all-stars, and I think he could, make playoffs, but I don't see him, carrying his team anytime soon. I need to see him develop a little more. Also, I do love their roster though. Like I love BI. Even though he's like, 170 pounds and he's like 6'10". I love BI's game. I loved him on the Lakers, but yeah, the Pelicans team, they have the talent to go deep into the playoffs, but they're not going to go deep into the playoffs for at least a few years until they get that chemistry going. And yeah, I would say for this year, I don't think they make playoffs this year.
Yeah, I agree with you, Isaiah. I mean, no offense to you, Mel, I cannot see this team, at least this year, be given the 4th seed in the West. This Western Conference, I can't see that. Not this year. In maybe 2 years, definitely. This team makes the playoffs, and they make a run at it because, I mean, I don't think Zion is also going to become a superstar, but I mean, if you make multiple All-Star games, you kind of are a star in a way. I mean, maybe not like the best, but you have to be a star. It's not easy to make the All-Star team. And I mean, 15. I think he'll drop 18 and 8. Personally, I think he'll take away from like the score. He'll be because you got Drew Holiday. Don't forget, Drew Holiday might be the top scorer on the team this year. Maybe if not, I mean, because Brandon Ingram. I don't know how I feel about Brandon Ingram yet. I mean, he's not a bad player. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know if he can elevate his game. He was the number 2 overall pick in his respective draft class. So, I mean, I feel like he probably will step it up this year with a new venue here. Jackson Hayes will find his way into the starting lineup by next year. I mean, I saw him in the summer league; he was amazing. So I think not this year. 'Cause I think Derek Favors, as of right now, is better, but I think Jackson Hayes will eventually make it. Lonzo. I mean, what do you guys think of Lonzo? I mean, do you guys have any thoughts on him? Do you have any?
I have a lot of thoughts on Lonzo.
Let's hear what you have to say about Lonzo.
Lonzo Ball. He's honestly one of my least favorite players. I think that, like, obviously he made it to the NBA, and he's, nobody can just make it to the NBA. Obviously he's got some talent, but his shot is just horrible. I'm not even talking about. He shot. I forget what his percentage was, but
I'll check it.
He aired, tons of threes over the course of the year. He was just most of his 3-point attempts were bricks, honestly. I mean, he's good on defense. I'll give him that. And defense is definitely what people think. But his offense, to me, is bad. And I think Lonzo's pretty overrated, but that's just me.
He actually shot 33% from the 3-point line last year, which is not that bad.
That's not as bad as I thought. How many attempts did he have?
I'll check that. Sorry. He had 228. So not the biggest sample size, but also not the smallest. So it's kind of.
I guess that's not as bad as I thought. I just remember seeing like a ton of air balls. Like, I just remember thinking like, what is this guy doing? Like, is his head even in the game? I don't know. I'm just not the biggest Lonzo fan.
Feel that, Mo? Any thoughts on Lonzo?
Alonzo, I actually kind of like Lonzo. Like, people say his shot is bad, but he's working on that. And I feel like, obviously, you said they're not going to make the playoffs this year, but I feel like Lonzo's still a good caliber player. Like, I feel like he's almost as good as you could say Kyle Kuzma. Like, Lonzo isn't a bust. He's not a star, like an all-star yet, but he's not a bad player either. Like, he's getting there. And I think he's going to be good in a couple of years.
Yeah, I could see. I mean, Lonzo, second overall pick in his draft class. He's gonna be a good player. I mean, look at what I've seen already. I can't see him becoming a superstar. I could see him. I mean, he'll be a great assist guy for the rest of his career, though, and that's something like, honestly. I mean, Lonzo, say he's in his prime. Maybe the way he passes, like a pass first guy. I feel like he'd work really well in the Rockets type offense right now. But I'm not saying he's better than Russell Westbrook. I'm just saying his play style would work better for the one on the Rockets. But that's just my opinion. Is there anything else you guys would say about the Pelicans? I mean, is there anything pressing?
That's all I got.
I'm good.
All right, we're going to move on to the next team then, and that's going to be an interesting one here. The Golden State Warriors, just coming off of losing in this year's NBA Finals to the Toronto Raptors. And obviously not having Klay Thompson, tore his ACL in Game 6. Danny Green hurt him. I'm sure that was an accident. But they ended up signing and trading for D'Angelo Russell, and that kind of came as a shock. They kept Draymond Green. I mean, he really wasn't in, and he wasn't going to leave at all. Kevon Looney. They signed Willie Cauley-Stein, which is an underrated signing, in my opinion, for 2 years, $4.4 million.
I like Willie.
I agree. I like that a lot. And their starting lineup is obviously Stephen Curry. They got D'Angelo Russell, the shooting guard, Alfonso McKinney, which I have a problem with at the 3, Draymond Green, and then Willie Cauley-Stein. What do you guys think of this Warriors team?
All right, so the Warriors. I feel like the Warriors dynasty is over. Like, they might make the playoffs, but I don't see them going back to the final. Basically, I know Klay Thompson's going to come back in February, but you got to think from the start of the season to February, how are the Warriors going to against these Western Conference teams? At least until Klay comes back. How's the record going to be? Is it going to be like high or low? Like, I can't really see the Warriors being the 1 seed they've always been with Klay out, at least. Curry's a phenomenal player, but I honestly can't see him doing it by himself. Like, I know they have D'Angelo Russell now, and he will be a big factor, but I feel like the Warriors just don't have the fire. And yeah, that's all I got to say.
Yeah, so I mean, what I think about the Warriors, they're an interesting team now. I mean, I disagree. I think the Warriors are going to make playoffs, definitely. I think they're a lock, actually. I even could see them getting a relatively high seed. I could see like a 3 or 4 seed. I think, yes, Klay's out, but he's expected to return. And if he returns in February, I feel like they can hold up a good enough record without him, because they've still got Steph, they've still got Russell, who, if Russell performs well, that will definitely keep them in the hunt. And then they've got Draymond, they've got, they have talent. I think Steph will activate like even more than he ever has. I think he'll keep them in the run. And then if Klay returns in February, that's enough time for them to win some more games. And then by playoffs, if he stays healthy, he could be pretty much back to himself, hopefully. And if he's back and healthy by playoffs, and I'm assuming they're making playoffs, I mean, they're going to be tough to beat. I don't see them beating Clippers or Lakers, though. I though could see like I said, like a 3 or 4 seed for the I think people are kind of forgetting about them, but I definitely have learned my lesson with the Warriors.
As I think all of us have learned our lesson with the Warriors. Yeah, I mean, they, in my opinion, are a playoff lock as well. Now, I actually have them on the lower side of the spectrum, as much as I probably shouldn't. I'm making more of a bold prediction. I actually have them 7th in the West. Now, that's bold. Now, I know that's quite bold. But I mean, with Klay Thompson's out, he'll be back in February. But D'Angelo Russell, he's new to the team. Willie Cauley-Stein's also new. I mean, it's just Steph and Draymond. Is Draymond gonna have a good season this season? He has to have a good season for them to
You're right.
to keep going.
You're right.
Because I have teams like I'm in love with the Utah Jazz. I think they're gonna be ahead of them. I think the everyone forgets about the Denver Nuggets. They were the 2 seed last year. Denver Nuggets are gonna be ahead of them.
Yeah.
I mean, and then I also have the Trailblazers ahead of them. So it's just, and obviously the big 3: Houston, Clippers, Lakers.
Yeah.
So I don't feel like it's the worst prediction, but I feel like it's a bold one.
Yeah, that is bold. I mean, I could see it though. Like I don't think it's ridiculous.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, this team, they have no backup point guard. Literally, it's Steph Curry, and then nope. There's nothing. There's literally nothing.
Steph Curry, and then grab a fan from the game.
Yeah, it's like they're gonna sign me. They're gonna pay. I'll pay to play for the Warriors. Like, I'll give you guys money just so I can play for the team. Just give me a jersey. But any last thoughts on the Warriors here? Anything else you want to say? Alfonso McKinney, anything you want to say about him?
I don't think he should be playing the 3.
I don't think he should be playing at all. I don't think he should be playing at all.
Yeah, I mean, from what I remember, he made some big threes in the playoffs, but I don't know much about him, honestly.
I don't either, personally. I just know he's starting to get the 3, and that's a problem for me.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really it. I mean, unless you want to talk about Jordan Poole.
That's all I got for the. That's all I got for the Warriors.
All right, we're gonna move on. We're finally gonna get back to the Eastern Conference. It's been a while. We've literally been in the West the whole time, I think, because the West was more exciting this offseason, in my opinion. We're gonna talk about the Philadelphia 76ers, the penultimate team we'll talk about in this week's podcast. And this team on paper, is the best team in the East, in my opinion. That's it, on paper. Okay, just because it's on paper doesn't mean it's going to happen. They got Ben Simmons at the 1. I mean, I can shoot a better three-pointer than Ben Simmons. Josh Richardson at the 2. Tobias Harris, Al Horford, Joel Embiid. I mean, Al Horford, Josh Richardson, new additions to the team. Al Horford signed for 4 years, I believe $109 million, which is, I mean, for right now, that's kind of worth it, but not in 4 years, it won't. And then Josh Richardson, they got in a sign-and-trade for Jimmy Butler, who ended up going to the Miami Heat, and they got Josh Richardson in return, who is a solid defensive player, and instead of playing the 3, can now play the 2. Their bench, Shake Milton, Zaire Smith, they have a decent bench. You got Matisse Thybulle on there, too. What do you guys think of this Sixers team? Let's throw it to Isaiah first. I mean, Mo, I know you've been leading it off. We'll throw it to Isaiah this time.
Well, I completely agree with the paper, honestly. I think Sixers are – I almost want to say they're a lock for the finals.
Ooh, that's a bold prediction. Save your bold predictions, man. That's good.
Yeah, I don't want to go that far, but I'm tempted to. Their talent, they have just as much talent as pretty much any NBA team. I think especially if Ben Simmons' jumper improves even just a little bit this summer, I mean, him and Embiid alone are tough. But then, you got Tobias Harris back. You got Josh Richardson. They're loaded. They did lose Redick, who I was hoping they'd keep just because of his shooting, but they're still so talented. I mean, I think it's between them and but I mean, I still like the Bucks, but I think Sixers are definitely making conference finals, and then if not, final for sure.
All right, Mo, what do you think?
All right, the Sixers, yes, you said they're the best team on paper. I feel like, they're a good team, but I don't see them. I don't see what Isaiah said. I don't see them making finals necessarily. Yes, they gained Al Horford, they gained all these people, but they lost J.J. Redick, who was a very good catch-and-shoot guy, very good shooter, and Jimmy Butler, who did great things for them in the postseason. But I feel like the team's success is is overshadowed by Ben Simmons shooting. Like when you talk about the Sixers, you talk about Ben Simmons shooting. You don't talk about Joel Embiid or Al Horford or any of these other guys. You think about, oh, Ben Simmons doesn't have a shot, so they're not going to go far. Well, look how far they went last year against Toronto. You know what I mean? I mean, if it wasn't for one shot, they would be in the conference finals against Milwaukee. Who knows what would happen there? You know, so I feel like the Sixers, they're a playoff team. They definitely probably will go to the conference finals, but I don't see them making the finals. I don't see the depth there. I feel like they're just missing one more piece, more push to just get them to the finals. Or if Ben Simmons gets a shot, that would make him a lock almost, I feel like. So yeah.
Yeah, Ben Simmons getting a shot is that piece in my opinion. And I think he has the capabilities to do it. I just don't know what's in his mind where he just doesn't want to shoot. I mean, I'm sure if he learned to shoot a three, he could do it. I mean, Ben Simmons is a very talented player. Yeah, the big problem of this team is 3-point shooting in the backcourt. I mean, the front court, there's nothing wrong with Al Horford and Joel Embiid can shoot threes. There's nothing wrong with that. The problem is, Ben Simmons and Josh Richardson can shoot it too, but I mean, not like J.J. Redick could. Now, Josh Richardson's a way better defender and a better player, but this team needs a shooter.
Yeah.
Tobias Harris can shoot a little, but not like, Redick. They need a shooter. They really do. And unless they get something towards the trade deadline, I mean, I don't know if this team's a finals lock. I would say this team is probably a conference finals lock, maybe. I mean, I'm saying that being a Celtics fan. I mean, I'm not the fondest of the Sixers, but I mean, it's tough to not put this team in the conference finals. At least that. I mean, what do you guys think?
Yeah, I agree. I think, I mean, me personally, I think I would go as far as say they're a conference finals lock. Because like I said earlier, I'm tempted to say finals lock, but yeah, I think they're definitely conference finals. But like I said, I could see them going to the finals. I could even see them giving the Lakers a little bit of trouble in the finals too. So
classic 2001 rematch, huh? AI.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So now we're on the final team here, and it's a team that Mo and I, really are going to enjoy talking about, and that's the Boston Celtics. This team is, I mean, last year, Kyrie Irving was a little disappointing. I mean, probably even a little more than a little disappointing. On paper, this team is one of the best teams in the East, even though they lost Al Horford and Kyrie. They retooled with, Kemba Walker and Enes Kanter. Enes Kanter's not Al Horford, but I like Enes Kanter. A lot of people shit on his game. I like it. But, let's go on to Mo, because no offense, Isaiah, but Mo is the fellow Celtics fan. Mo, what do you think about the Boston Celtics right now?
Okay, so the Celtics. So first of all, last year, Kyrie, when Kyrie first came to Boston, I was very excited. I'm like, we just got the best point guard in the league. He does very well for us. He pushes us to, I think, the 2 seed in the East. Yeah, the 2 seed that year. But he got injured. So Boston went on to go to the Eastern Conference Finals where they got beat by the King. But I feel like Kyrie, the year after, people put the blame on Kyrie for the troubles that they had. It wasn't exactly Kyrie. Kyrie deserves part of the blame, but it was just the chemistry, the ball handling. Gordon Hayward comes back from an injury, and they insert him straight into the lineup. I feel like that was the wrong move, because now Kyrie and Gordon Hayward and Jason Tatum also, who was a Rookie of the Year candidate, they have to all share the ball. Jaylen Brown, they all have to share the ball with Al Horford as well. And then you saw what happened there with the Bucks in the second round. Unfortunately, didn't work out so well. But Kyrie's gone now, and I feel like we have a better team. Kemba isn't as good as Kyrie, but he fits better. Yes, he's close. He fits better in the Celtics system. And people say we also have Enes Kanter. Enes Kanter is – people say he's a bad player. No. If people watch the playoffs last year, you see what he did for the Trailblazers in the playoffs. Like, he's a very good player. I think this is his 9th year coming into the NBA. He has lots of experience. I think this is the team to beat. My prediction is the Sixers are a lock for the Sixers are going to go to the conference finals, and the Celtics will meet them there. I'm gonna give you series. The Celtics win 4-2 against the Sixers, and then go to the finals.
No.
Yes,
no.
Isaiah. And then they play whoever makes the finals. I think the Lakers will make the finals, and the Celtics will beat the Los Angeles Lakers.
No.
You heard it here. You heard it here first, folks.
I'm sorry.
What?
I'm sorry.
Mo with the big middle
lose.
finger to the Bucks, the Lakers, and the Clippers. Mo's like, I don't care. That's probably the boldest prediction I've heard, and I'm a Celtics fan.
Yeah.
I want to hear what Isaiah has to
Celtics,
say to rebut that.
People will stay asleep on the Celtics. People don't know how underrated this team is. I realize we lost Al Horford, we lost Marcus Morris, Aaron Baines, but we gained Kemba Walker, who is very loyal to Charlotte for, I think, 8 or 9 years. And then he comes over here. You realize Kemba came to Boston for less money than he was getting in Charlotte. He really wants a championship, and he is deprived on getting that. And Enes Kanter, people really, like, it almost makes me mad how much people sleep on this team, because you just wait. You're a Celtics fan, so you know, like, people really, like, sleep. I don't even know how to express it. Like,
I must have to get out of bed. I mean, I'm not trying to sleep, but like I think this team's very good. I just don't know about the win the finals this season, but
I believe I'm willing to put money on it. That's my number one prediction. Like, they're going to the finals and they're going to win the finals against I believe the Lakers will go in the West, and I believe they will beat Lakers. That's my prediction personally.
Isaiah, what do you have to say to
All
that?
right. Well, first of all, if you're saying people are sleeping on the Celtics, I'm taking melatonin Celtics. The Celtics, they have a ton of talent. They've had a ton of talent for years, but ever since I think it was the big three with Paul Pierce and Ray Allen and KG, they haven't. I'm pretty sure they haven't been back to the finals since then. Is that right?
Say that again. Sorry.
Is that have they been back to the finals ever since the big three?
Nah, they've not. Ever since 2010.
I just, like I said, they have so much talent, but I don't see them going to the finals. I guess I could maybe see conference finals, but I could see a second round exit for them. I do, although, even though I say second round exit, Kemba Walker, in my opinion, is underrated. I don't think he's quite Kyrie, but he's kind of like the closest thing to Kyrie. They're even like the same height. I think, I like Kemba a lot. He averaged, I think, 25 a game last year.
That's correct, yeah.
And, I mean, they didn't, Kemba didn't really have anybody to give it to, so, like, he had to do a lot of shooting, but I don't know. I could still see Kemba getting over 20 a game, and I could see them having a good regular season. I could see them possibly going to the conference finals, but I'm going to predict a second-round exit for the Celtics.
Yeah, I feel like that's a little more realistic. I feel like that's a second-round exit is more realistic than a finals a championship win this year, personally. I mean, I'm a Celtics fan. I love Kemba Walker. Is he better than Kyrie? It's tough. We're gonna see this year. We're gonna see. This will be a big year to see how close or how big the gap really is. I think Jaylen Brown's a great player. If Gordon Hayward can return to form, this team does make the conference finals. If not, then I think it's gonna be tough. Jason Tatum, one of my favorite players on this team. I just don't think. I mean, I think he functions better as a 3 than the 4, but they really don't have a traditional 4. So he really has to play there. I mean, he's a great stretch 4, but I don't know. I mean, rebounding on this team is, besides Kenner, again, I agree with Mo where he's very underrated. The only thing, his defense is a little It's a little underrated. It's not underrated. It's not that good, but his offense is great, and he gets boards. But rebounding on this team will kind of become somewhat of a problem. I mean, Jason Tatum can get rebounds, but not like, as many as you'd want. I mean, if Enes Kanter's your main rebound guy, that's going to be a little bit of a problem. But this team offensively is an amazing team, one of the best in the league, in my opinion. And we haven't even talked about Marcus Smart, one of the best defenders in the league, and he's coming off the bench. So that's where you really get your defense from the backcourt. They drafted Romeo Langford, 14th this season. They even got Grant Williams, who's their third-string power forward, who one day, and him and Robert Williams, those were their draft picks the last season and this season. I mean, this team's deep as well. Brad Wanamaker from Pitt. I just wanted to throw that out there. Yeah.
I think they should have waived him, honestly.
Oh, what?
No. They didn't waive him because they knew that I like the Celtics and I go to Pitt, so they knew that. That's why they did that.
Where's the Pitt support, Mo?
No, but like, I'm not saying because he went to Pitt.
I'll kick you off this podcast right now. No, I'm just kidding.
I think they should waive him for to give a roster spot to maybe Carson Edwards or
Carson Edwards is on the team. They already signed Carson Edwards.
Wait a second.
Oh yeah, you're right. Taco's not on the team. You're right. Good call. You're so true. We got Vincent Poirier. What are you talking about?
Taco Fall.
No, touch on Taco.
Taco Fall is. First of all, I think he's 7'6", 7'7".
7'7" with an 8'4" wingspan.
7'7" beast. His standing reach is 10'2".
Yeah,
something like that.
He doesn't have to jump to put the ball in the hoop. People talk about his weight. He has a weight problem. I think he needs to put on a little bit more weight, and then he'll be a really good. I could see him if hopefully the Celtics sign him. If the Celtics sign him, I could see him being maybe second or third off the bench, like a third string guy. Because we re-signed Daniel Tyson, he'd probably be off the bench. But I see Taco being third off the bench, and Brad Wanamaker, what does he do? Like,
he doesn't do much.
He's almost like a Terry Rozier type.
He's not as Terry Rozier's a little better, just a tad though.
I mean, Terry's a little better, but what is exactly? He's like your son Yasu. What does he do?
Who?
He went to Pitt. That's all I care about.
Your son Yasuble?
I don't know that.
He was a draft bust. I think that the Celtics just waived him.
Jershon Yabusele. Yeah, I know you're talking about. He was 16th overall pick. Yeah, he was not good.
Yeah, I don't know how to say it. Yeah. People like that. I think we're keeping Semi Ojeleye though.
We are.
We're gonna need him, to be honest.
Yeah, I think he's solid.
But that's all I have to say pretty much about.
Yeah, I think we've gotten everything out of the Celtics that we need to. I mean, Carson Edwards again. I think he's going to be really good personally.
Very underrated. He was a steal in the draft.
I agree. I 100% agree. One last person I do want to talk about, and then I think we're going to move on to. We've already basically said our predictions, but we'll rehash them one more time. I wanted the Celtics badly. I mean, badly to draft Bol Bol. What are your guys' thoughts on Bol Bol?
Bol Bol. I'm glad the Celtics did not draft him.
Not even with like the 37th pick, like something like that, like that. Not even with that.
44th, I believe.
Or 44th. Sorry. Well, yeah, we got rid of that. You're right. Yeah, the 44th. Yeah, but that's when he got drafted. But the Celtics got rid of one right before. I mean,
yeah,
not even with that one.
I was a fan of Bol Bol in the beginning, but then I realized he had an injury, and I think that's pretty much why everybody was passing on me. That's why he's drafted 44th overall.
You got to take a flyer, though. You got to take a flyer, right? Like,
what?
You got to take a flyer. Like, you take a flyer, like, take the chance, basically. Like, a 44th overall, you got to take that chance, right? Because he could pan out to be something that's really good.
Wouldn't you rather take a chance on Taco than Bol Bol?
No, personally. I no. No one took a chance on Taco. I mean, Taco, again, he's a 7'7", but I just think Bol Bol he's 7'2", so it's not like he's much shorter,
Yeah,
he can do so much more, though. Taco, I can run faster than Taco Fall. Like, it's just, Bol Bol can,
really?
Like, probably. I feel like, I hope I could run faster. I mean, could I run faster than Taco Fall? That should be a thing. I'm going to race Taco Fall. One day I want that to happen.
Okay.
How fast do you think Taco Fall is? Do you think he's running a 4.40?
Taco Fall has these.
That's true. He does have long legs.
Strides are as big as my body.
Good call. Could you run faster than Taco Fall?
Like I'm 6'3", and his strides are probably as big as my. Do you realize how big his strides would be? Like
Good call. I wasn't thinking, but I feel like his strides would be very. I feel like I could still get like 3 strides before he can get 1. He's like a giant. But either way, I'd still take a chance on Bull. Also, Bull can shoot as well. I mean,
Bobo can shoot. That's true.
now again, I can shoot a better free throw than Taco Fall.
One more thing about Bobo. Bobo, he's a good shooter, but I don't know if he was worth taking the chance on just because of that injury. I'm just a little hesitant because of the injury.
I get it.
But that's all I got.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'm glad you brought up Bull because I love him. I watched some of his highlights and obviously like high school stuff, but he played what 11 games at Oregon?
9.
Something like that. Yeah. So he played 9 games at Oregon. He averaged like 23 and like 11 and like 2 blocks or something.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's only 9 games. But honestly, he was the best player in the draft to take a chance on by far, in my opinion. 7'2", 7'3". I think his standing reach is like 9'7" or something like that.
It's very good.
He's gonna get 2 blocks a game. You said it. He can shoot. He can dribble too. I've seen his handles. And then obviously, he can play down low because he's 7'2". So yeah, he can do a little bit of everything. I would have taken him way, way higher than he went. The foot injury is maybe a little scary, but I think he was definitely the guy to take a chance on for sure.
Yeah, nothing at you, Mo. I just gotta agree with Isaiah on that one. I'm a little higher on Bull. He won't become like an all-star or anything. Maybe one day, but maybe not like a superstar or anything like that.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
I mean, is there anything else? Wait, go on.
Who ended up drafting Bull?
The Nuggets. So they have Michael Porter Jr. and Bull. So those are 2 little risks they took.
And Jokic too.
They could pan out.
Jokic, yeah.
They could.
Wow, that's actually really good. That's really some good big guys there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Anything else, guys? Because if not, we're gonna move on to we'll give ourselves a little predictions, even though we've already kind of gave them, but just to tell them again,
Yeah.
Anything else?
No, that's it for me.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So let's move on to our season predictions. Now, I made a video about my Western Eastern, so I kind of know. I know my playoffs. Like I would know my playoffs. I think it'd be tough for you guys to think of your playoff 8 now, like on the spot. I mean, I guess I could have told you that maybe, but let's just talk. Let's go into the playoffs, right? So let's think of the top 4 seeds in the East and the West. That's a little easier. We'll start with the West too, so I'll let you guys think of the East. But the West, I think it's kind of easy. Well, easy for the first 3. You guys tell me. You want to tell me yours first? Or you want me to go first?
Yeah.
Cause I already
actually, you can go first.
Yeah, I already have mine, so I guess it's kind of like, I guess it makes sense. So number 1, I have the Los Angeles Lakers. I mean, I feel like that's going to be one of the more I know Isaiah's got the Clippers number 1, but I feel like most consensus pick will be the Lakers number 1, followed by the LA Clippers at 2, Houston Rockets at 3, and I have the Portland Trailblazers at 4. Personally, that's just me. I think the addition of Hassan Whiteside, although he's not the same Hassan Whiteside, I think he's gonna play that center role well until Yusuf Nurkic comes back, and then they're gonna have both of them, and I think that team's gonna be solid. They were the 3 seed last year, and they really won't take a big step down. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
But that's my top 4 in the West. So what do you guys do? What do you guys have at the top 4?
All right, so for the West, I agree with you on the first one. I feel like the Los Angeles Lakers will be number 1.
Mm-hmm.
The Clippers will take the 2 seed. I feel like the Rockets will have the 3 seed in the West. The team is just underrated, even though they might not do too well in the playoffs. I feel like they can nab a 3 seed.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the Nuggets will be the 4th in the West. The Nuggets, I mean, they were the 2 seed last year, so behind the Warriors. So, like, what can you say about the Nuggets? I mean, it's not like they're getting any worse.
No.
So.
Yeah, I agree with that. I have my 5. That's why. I mean, they're literally right behind the Trailblazers. I just thought the addition of Hassan Whiteside they were 1 win behind. I think the addition of Hassan Whiteside gives them another win over the Nuggets, in my opinion.
All right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, the number 5, I feel like your Portland Trailblazers, I think, will be number 5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they definitely. I know they were the 3 seed last year, but I feel like the Nuggets just have too much talent to just not be the 4th seed. So the 6th seed, I feel like, will be the Jazz. Jazz are a very underrated team. People almost forget about them all of a sudden. I feel like the 7th seed will be the San Antonio Spurs. I feel like DeMar DeRozan has a lot of talent over there, and I think they acquired Marcus Morris, or did he go to?
No, he actually ended up going to the Knicks. They got Trey Lyles, if that's a consolation for anyone.
Marcus Morris. All right, well, they don't have Marcus Morris, but I feel like the Spurs did very well last year, and I feel like last year was DeMar's first year, so I feel like they'll have a little more chemistry this year. Definitely with LaMarcus Aldridge getting a lot better. So the 8th and final seed, I say, will be the Golden State Warriors.
Okay.
I know they have Steph Curry and stuff. I know Klay will come in February, but before Klay comes, I don't feel like they will have a good record, but I don't feel like it will be good enough to be one of the 1 through 7 spots. I feel like they will be the 8th seed in the West. I feel like they will be a lock for that. Maybe you could say they will be the 7th seed and the Jazz will be the 8th seed, but I think the Warriors will be the 8th seed. So that's what I think.
Well, we basically have all the same teams in the playoff. A little shufflings here and there, but basically we have a pretty similar. I guess I never did my 5 through 8. I thought we were just in top 4, but it's fine. I'll give you guys that after Isaiah. Do you have your 1 through 8, Isaiah?
Yeah, I got my 1 through, or my 1 through 8. I'd probably have to think of. Okay. Yeah, 1 through 4. I got the Clippers at the 1.
Mm-hmm.
I just think I think they'll have the best record in the NBA. They're loaded, obviously. We kind of went over that.
Mm-hmm.
I think Lakers will get 2, just because they'll do a little bit of load management with LeBron and maybe Boogie or whoever. But yeah, obviously all the talent again. 3 seed, I'm gonna go with the Rockets, actually. Or did you say the Rockets too, Mo? For the 3 seed?
Yeah, we all said the Rockets at 3.
I'm gonna say Rockets at 3. They, like I said, they always have good record. And honestly, I think adding Westbrook will be better for the team than Chris Paul. Chris Paul's a better assist point guard, but he's getting old, and Russell Westbrook's just way more talented, athletically. And then my 4 seed, I'm going to surprise both of you with this. My 4 seed is going to be the Warriors. Yeah, I just think that they'll still stay up there. I don't know. I think they'll miss Klay, but I think they'll be able to hold a decent record. And then, Klay comes back in February. That will give him another month and a half or whatever until the end of the regular season. So I'm putting more 4.
Interesting. I feel like a lot of people are going to keep them in the top 4 personally, just because it is the Golden State Warriors. Again, should never shy away from them. I'll give you guys my 5 through 8. So then Isaiah, you can think through your 5 through 8. My 5. Sure. I mean, I had Portland at 4, but I have Denver at 5. I mean, those teams are splitting hairs in my opinion. 6, I have the Utah Jazz. Now I like this Utah Jazz team I like this team a lot. This team, in my opinion, as a 6 seed, they'll play the Rockets as a 3 seed in my little predictions, and I take the Utah Jazz over the Houston Rockets rematch of last year, and I think the Jazz are gonna win this time. That's quite bold, but I'm doing that. 7, I got the Warriors. And that'd be an interesting matchup. Clippers Warriors in the first round. That'll be nice. And then the San Antonio Spurs get in at 8, and they'll play the Lakers the first round. Popovich, DeMar DeRozan, that team, and LaMarcus Aldridge, can't forget about him. I mean, that team. Derek White had himself a great year last year. That team is still nice. I guess the team I had missing out, the 9th seed I had the Mavericks. I think the Mavericks with Luka Doncic and Kristaps, with a healthy Kristaps, will be really good, and they'll just miss the playoffs. That's just the team I had just missing. But that's my top 8. So,
gotcha. Yeah, that's pretty good. I would say so for my 5, let's see here. It's between I'm gonna go with the Nuggets for the 5. I do think. I mean, they were somehow they got the 2 seed last year.
You're the 3 seed.
And I'm not saying.
Oh, never mind.
I'm
You're right. I
not
was saying
saying.
the Trailblazers for a second. My bad. I'm sorry. That's my bad.
Yeah, no, you're good. You're good. I'm not saying they're not talented. Like, I was just surprised they got the 2 seed with how young they were. But yeah, I think they'll definitely stay a playoff team. So yeah, I'll put them at 5. 6. I'll go Utah at 6. I think they're underrated. I think they're due also. Win like at least a cut, maybe a series or 2 win in the playoffs. I'm gonna say 7. I'm gonna say Trailblazers 7. You can't really ever count out Lillard and McCollum. They're a solid duo. 2 of the maybe one of the best shooting duos for sure. I'm gonna say 8 seed. I'm gonna throw the Mavericks in there. Actually, that's kind of a surprise, but I think the Mavs will make it. I don't think the Spurs will make it.
Okay.
Have they had their streak ended of
Nope.
no playoffs?
Nope.
Or playoffs?
It's still. I believe it's still going on.
Yeah, I think it's gonna end this year. I mean, they're good and like they have Popovich, but honestly, the West is getting better and better. It seems like. Yeah, I'm gonna throw Mavs in there because of if Kristaps is healthy, especially, and then Doncic is nothing to scoff at. So I'm gonna say Mavs at 8.
Okay, that's an interesting pick there. Not too out of the ordinary. I mean, again, the Kristaps Luka is gonna be a great duo. I think. So let's pick who we think is gonna be the Western Conference Finals matchup, and then who's gonna move on to the finals. You guys, Mo, you can go first.
All right. I believe the Los Angeles Lakers and the Houston Rockets will be in the conference finals.
All right.
Okay.
Now, I can't really see the Rockets beating the Lakers. I think the Lakers will move on to the finals at that point.
Okay, Isaiah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I'm gonna just go with probably the popular vote, Lakers and Clippers. They're like overpowered in my opinion. I think Lakers will beat Clippers in probably 7, honestly. But I think Lakers will make finals.
I'm going to have to agree with you, Isaiah. I think I'm also going to go with the consensus pick with the LAs matching up in the finals, the Clippers and the Lakers. And I think, again, I have the popular pick. I think the Lakers are going to move on to the Western Conference Finals. Now, who will they face? I don't know, but let's move on to the Eastern Conference. So would you guys like to give your top 4 or your top 8? I know top 8 was kind of tough. It's tougher for the East, in my opinion, but it's up to you what you guys want to do. Would you like to do a top 8 or top 4?
I'll do top 4.
Top 4? Okay.
Okay.
Go first.
You want to go first? You want me to go?
No, man. Go first, man.
I believe the first seed. You already know what I'm gonna say. I'm kind of biased here. I gotta say, the first seed is gonna go to the Boston Celtics. Like, they just have too much talent, and you gotta say, how could they not be the first seed? Like, I know the Sixers are good, but I know the Bucks. They were the first seed last year, but how could the Celtics not be the first seed this year? They have so much talent, and if Gordon Hayward gets back to where he was, there's just no question in my mind the Celtics are the first seed. All right, so the second seed, I believe, is going to go to the Milwaukee Bucks. I believe the Bucks, they did lose Brogdon and Mirotic, but the Giannis is a man on a mission, and I feel like he's really pumped to win a championship this year. So I give Milwaukee the second seed. The third seed I'm going to give to the Sixers. The Sixers have a very good team. They did lose Jimmy and JJ, but they gained Al Horford, and I believe, of course, we had the question earlier with Ben Simmons and if he gets a shot or not. But besides that, I think the Sixers will be the third seed. And the fourth seed, this was a little tough for me. I believe the Pacers will be the fourth seed. The Pacers are a very underrated team. They, I believe they were the fifth seed last year, so the fourth seed isn't too. And they have Oladipo back, and if he stays healthy, I believe they definitely will be the 4th seed. All right.
Interesting.
All right.
That's it.
Yeah, those are some good picks. I think I agree with. I think all. Well, I forget if either 3 or all of your teams. I'm gonna say, Sixers 1 seed just because of their raw talent and they're just loaded. I'm gonna say 2nd seed. I'm gonna go with the Bucks. I think losing Brogdon did hurt them, but I do think Giannis will just carry them back to a 2 seed. They'll have a good regular season, and can't forget about Middleton either. I'm gonna say 3 seed. I'm gonna give you guys Celtics at 3. I could see them getting 3 seed. They're, Kemba's almost as good as Kyrie, and they still have all of that talent, and a lot of those guys are young, so I could see them getting a 3. 4 seed. Oh, this is where it gets tough. I'm gonna say the Pacers. Yeah, I'm gonna give the Pacers the 4 seed. Oladipo, before he got hurt, he's a very underrated player. I think he'll take him to the 4 seed, and Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell's on the Jazz. I think Oladipo's gonna carry them to a 4 seed. The East is not very strong.
Yeah, I completely agree with the fact that the East is not strong. I got most of the same teams, a little bit different order. The 1st seed for me, I have the Milwaukee Bucks. I just think, last year they had the best team in the NBA, and although they lost Malcolm Brogdon, they keep majority of their pieces, and just the chemistry they already have. They're a great regular season type team, and I think they're just gonna keep that going. I think they're gonna maintain the top seed in the East. 2nd seed, I think it's gonna be the Sixers, just solely because I think they're going to start slower than people think. On paper, they're the best team personally, but I think they're going to start a little slower, and the chemistry is going to be an issue, so they're going to kind of start a little behind, and then they're going to surge up, and then they're going to be the 2 seed. 3 seed, I got the Celtics because I'm a realistic fan. No, I'm just kidding, Mo. But this team on paper is, again, one of the best teams in the East, and I think if they put it all together, they could make a Western Conference Finals and maybe even a Finals run, but I just don't see that happening this year. Next year, I think they're actually a bigger threat. I know Kemba's a year older, but so is Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, who are going to be their centerpieces for the future. And then for the 4 seed, a team that no one said yet. The Pacers are my 5th seed personally. I really like them, but man, there's a lot of new pieces. They got Jeremy Lamb and Malcolm Brogdon that are new. Miles Turner is still there. Victor Oladipo will be back in December. My 4th team is the Brooklyn Nets. Personally, I think Kyrie, I know DeAndre Jordan's not the same, but he's going to be very good. People forget about Jared Allen. I think Jared Allen is a very solid player, quite underrated. They still have Spencer Dinwiddie, who I think they should throw the shooting guard. Karis LeVert, Joe Harris. People forget that. They were a 6 seed last year. They weren't it's not like they didn't make the playoffs, and they had a decent squad. They lost, obviously, D'Angelo Russell, but Kyrie Irving's a pretty good replacement in my opinion. I think he's better than D'Angelo Russell, but even though I really do like D'Angelo Russell, he did go to Ohio State, so I'm a big fan of him. But yeah, I think the Brooklyn Nets are going to be the 4 seed this year, and then next year I can even see them going up with the addition of Kevin Durant. But what are your guys' Eastern Conference Finals prediction or matchup, and then who do you think's moving on to face the Lakers? Really, because that's who we got.
Yeah.
Isaiah, you go first this time. Sorry, Mo. You went first last time. We'll get Isaiah go first this time.
I'm going to say that's tough. I'm going to say, though, the Sixers, and I'm going to say the Celtics, actually. Okay. Sixers and Celtics, and then I got the Sixers beating them in 6 games.
Okay, Matt?
So it would be, good.
I also have the same prediction. I have the Sixers and Celtics as well, but I have the Celtics beating the Sixers.
Yeah,
and I want to say not even 6 games, maybe even 7, because the Sixers put up a little bit of a fight. So I'm thinking 7 games. It could be 6 though, but Celtics to the finals.
I'm like, I knew you were going to say Celtics. I knew that. I'm actually not going to have the Celtics. I think they're going to be a second round exit. I'm going to go the top 2 teams, Milwaukee and the Sixers, make it to the Eastern Conference Finals. And I have the 76ers moving on in that matchup in honestly 6 games. I think it's going to be maybe a similar narrative this year where the Bucks start out hot and they just dwindle out again. because Giannis's lack of a jump shot, proves to not be able to take this team to the finals. But our finals now, I mean, for Isaiah and I, we have the Sixers and the Lakers, while Mo has the Celtics and the Lakers. So how about we start off with Mo, since you were the one who has a different finals matchup. Who is going to win that matchup? I think we already know we already said it earlier, but tell us again.
Come on.
All right, the Celtics and the Lakers. I feel like the Celtics are going to beat the Los Angeles Lakers and win their 19th NBA title.
You realize this isn't back when Bill Russell.
Please stop. We will introduce the Bill Russell
But
thing later on in another
feel
podcast.
like you could say the same thing about the Lakers. They haven't made the playoffs since Kobe. And the Clippers, the Clippers have made the playoffs, but they haven't really gone anywhere. And do the Clippers have any titles? Do you know, Tyler?
They do not.
They do not. So this would be, if the Clippers would win the title, this would be their first title. And considering like I said earlier, the Lakers haven't made the playoffs, but the Celtics have a winning history. They have, I believe, 18 championships.
I think it's 17.
Yeah,
I believe it's 17.
17.
Yeah.
17. I think it's 17 championships, which is I think 17. I think that's the most in the NBA.
That is correct.
So you got to consider the winning tradition that's in Boston. So you want to talk about Bill Russell when back in the day?
Oh no.
We're not getting into that in this podcast. We will eventually get to that.
All right. Well,
I'll be
we'll be talking about that forever.
Too. But yeah, that's basically it. I feel like you can call my predictions crazy, but I think the Celtics are going to beat the Los Angeles Lakers. Definitely.
Yeah, I hope you're right. I hope you're right.
Definitely. Definitely.
Man, I bet. Okay, Isaiah.
Very confident.
Well, now that we got that prediction out of the way, I'm gonna say, Lakers. I'm gonna say they take care of the Sixers in 6 games. I don't think it'll go 7. I think 6. I think LeBron will win Finals MVP. I just think they're too much for the Sixers. More experience and maybe even slightly more talent. That's debatable, but I'm going to say Lakers take it in 6.
Yeah, I'm also going to agree with the fact that the Lakers are going to win, but I think it's going to be a 7-game series. I don't think Adam Silver. There's going to be some sort of tampering. They're not going to let that go 6. It's going to go 7. And I think it's going to be one of the most entertaining playoffs or finals series we've seen in a long time, in my opinion, because I feel like there's this matchup would be some of the most talent we've seen in a while. I mean, it's probably since honestly, since the Spurs and the Miami Heat back in 2013, 2014. It's probably some of the most talent we've seen since then. But, I mean, yeah, that's really it, guys. Anything else you have to say about the NBA standings here for next season?
No, that's it.
Okay. Do you guys want to make some awards predictions?
Sure, yeah.
All right, so let's do most improved would be tough unless you have a most improved candidate that you really want to talk about. I don't really know anyone off the top of my head about most improved. Do you guys know? Or I'm already picking Sweet Lou for 6th Man of the Year. I'm already picking that.
Yeah.
I don't know if any other picks. Yeah. Maybe a Lakers pick.
I think this might be a little crazy, but I think Lonzo Ball will be MIP.
Okay. Okay. I respect that actually.
I don't know how much he averaged in terms of points last year, but I think he'll be most improved player.
Okay.
That's a good pick.
Most improved. That's a very good most improved pick. I do agree with that.
Yeah, I don't really have most improved. But yeah, for MVP, I've got, I gotta go with my boy for sure. He's coming into the season he's hungry. He's kind of like I like to compare it to like the Miami Heat days where he was hungry for a title. I think he's hungry again, and now that he has confidence in his team, I think he'll carry them. I mean, Anthony Davis will definitely help a lot, but I think he'll get the MVP this year.
Okay, Mo.
Okay, you're probably not gonna like my pick for MVP.
No.
I feel like you and Isaiah are definitely not going to agree with this pick. I think this year's MVP will be Gordon Hayward.
No, no, no.
You need to stop. You need to.
No.
He's
Okay.
coming off. Give me a second. He's coming off an injury. He is throttled. People say that, oh, he's not back to where he was. You guys realize that his ankle twisted. Like, do you realize how hard it is to come back from an injury like that? He has a year to recover. Has had a year to recover, and he's got the summer. It's just he's gonna come out swinging, and I think Gordon Hayward's gonna be the MVP. You can fight me on that all day, but I
will.
At the end of the day, Gordon Hayward is the MVP.
I don't know what day. I don't know what end of the day you're talking about, but
I'm not talking.
Are you
I'm saying
MVP.
MVP. Saying MVP.
I know
know
what
why
you're
I said
saying. I'm aware. Maybe most improved. Actually, he's a good candidate for most improved as last season. You know, he has the ability to put up, a lot of points per game and stuff like that and really improve.
Yes,
I don't know about MVP though. That's a little tough pill to swallow. But
I agree. It's a bold prediction.
yeah.
I agree. It's a
I
very
get
bold
his prediction. I get it.
but-
I get it. I understand. Now, my MVP, I really want it to be. I can definitely see Giannis repeating. I could see LeBron winning it. I can't see Gordon Hayward winning it. James Harden has a chance to be up there. I think Kawhi. I really want Kawhi to have this really good season. The problem with that is he might not play every regular season game. That's really a problem sometimes when it comes to MVP voting.
Yeah.
But I think Kawhi is going to win the MVP
point.
this season. I think they could will their team to the number 1 seed in the very tough West, along with Paul George, who could also be up there as well. Anthony Davis is up there. Again, Kawhi's my pick. I think a sleeper, a dark horse pick, could be Joel Embiid. That's a dark horse pick personally. He could have, that Sixers team could be the number 1 team in the East, and he could be in my opinion, the best player on that team. And that could be a dark horse pick. But again, my pick is going to be Kawhi Leonard.
That's not a bad pick. It's not a bad pick.
Why, thank you. Well, defensive player of the year. Does anyone have anything for defensive player of the year?
Go ahead, Mo.
I believe defensive player of the year will be Kawhi Leonard. He's a lockdown defender, and that's all I gotta say. Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, that's
defensive player of the year.
That's a great pick.
Who won defensive player of the year this year? Was it Gobert?
Rudy Gobert did, yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go with Kawhi. Technically, it's kind of like the MVPs with like Jordan and LeBron. Kawhi could win it technically every year. But I'm gonna go with his teammate. Actually, I'm gonna go with Paul George with defensive player of the year.
That's actually a pick that I was thinking about as well. That's a very good pick. But I'm gonna go, since we'll go different. I'm gonna go Miles Turner. He led the league in blocks last season, and I think he's gonna even improve his game once more. And that's our defensive player of the year. And I guess the last one, am I missing one? MVP, best improved. I guess coach of the year. Rookie. I'm so dumb. Rookie of the year. I was thinking, there's another one I'm thinking of. Rookie of the year. Mine's Zion. If anyone else has one different, tell us.
I could definitely see Zion, and I wouldn't be surprised at all. I guess I'll just do something different. I'll go with RJ Barrett.
Okay.
I'll go with RJ Barrett. Yeah.
My rookie of the year is Carson Edwards. He's a steal.
Not a bad pick.
And I think he's going to be really good this year.
Again, I think he's going to be good, but again, I'm sleeping on that. I don't know if he's going to win Rookie of the Year. I don't know if he's going to get the minutes for Rookie of the Year as well. Like, the thing about Malcolm Brogdon when he won it a couple years back, there was a bad class, and he got a lot of minutes. I don't think Carson Edwards is going to get a lot of minutes. He'll get a good amount of minutes, but not enough for, like, a point guard that I think would win it would be my favorite player in the NBA now, John Morant. That's someone who I think could win it as well. I kind of want him to win it instead of Zion. I'm just kind of trying to be more realistic with it. John Morant could be really good or really bad. I don't know. Hopefully he's really good. But yeah, a good, of course, that's a bold one. I respect it though. And then, coach of the year. I know what you're going to say. We're just going to give Mo Brad Stevens already. We'll give it to Mo for that.
Thank you.
Because honestly, if they're going to win the whole, it's going to be Brad Stevens. It has to be.
Brad Stevens. I mean, if they're going to the finals, yeah, Brad Stevens.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's just no one else.
All right.
Man, coach of the year. Who coaches the 76ers?
I was thinking the same thing.
I forget it.
Is it like Thibodeau or something?
No, not Tom Thibodeau. I think it's is it Bruce Brown? No, I don't know.
Oh no, wait, it's something with a B. Yeah,
Bruce
It's,
Bowen. Bruce Bowen.
something like that. But whoever the coach
Sixers,
of the
I get you.
76ers, I'm gonna take them.
I get you. I'm gonna go with. I think Doc is still coaching the Clippers. I'll go Doc Rivers. That's my
All right,
pick
good
for coach of the year. If not, it'll be who's coaching the Lakers now? Is it? Oh, who was it?
it's Vogel.
It's,
It's Vogel. Frank Vogel.
Yeah, Frank Vogel. Then it'd be him. That'd be the other one, really. So I mean, that's really our predictions. Anything else for the NBA guys that you want to talk about before we move on to YouTube side of things?
No,
not
that's
really. No.
good for me.
Okay, so that really wraps up the NBA portion of this podcast, guys. It's a nice runtime right now. We're at an hour and 20. It doesn't even feel like that, but that's what we've made it to. But now let's get into a little more of the YouTube stuff. You know, this is going to be on YouTube. We each have different channels. I'll highlight their channel first before I throw out mine. I have to go to my channel, and then we'll go to my featured. But yeah, guys, again, Moen, again, it says Aish. It's supposed to be Isaiah. It will change. Here's some of their videos so you can see that I've watched a couple of them. We got the box jump 80 dumbbell. Like, that's too much weight, Mo. We need to – I don't know how he does it. He does box jumps with 80 pounds on each arm. I don't understand
insane.
that.
It's insane.
We're going to throw up the most popular videos. But, yeah, guys, kind of tell the viewers more about your channel and then what you expect in the future.
Okay, so basically – we started this channel to track our lifting progress to see how much better we could get through the summer and also months. I feel like I want people to watch our videos just to see how far we've come from, say, the first video to like maybe the 15th video and see how much progress we're making and just to see how impressive the things we're like. Isaiah is lifting 4 days a week doing this stuff and I'm lifting 5. And it's not just lifting videos. Like, we have some horse games in there. Isaiah wins every.
I'm still trying to get into one of those games.
We need to get you in.
God.
So we have horse games. We also have the really nice eating challenges.
Top 2 videos. I see them. I'm looking at them right
We
now.
got 2 videos.
We're actually gonna do an eating challenge hopefully tomorrow.
What is it? You want to tell the viewers?
Yeah, Sheet's hot dog.
Sheet's hot dog. Those are
mainly
cheap
just
too.
because
That's
it's
like a cheap challenge, actually. That's nice. How many are you gonna do?
We're gonna shoot for like 20.
Oh,
That's honestly, I don't even think I'll be able to do near 20. It's gonna be hard.
When's the Dino's Wing Challenge? I need that to happen.
I don't know. We'll have to reserve that for an upcoming or a time coming soon, I guess.
Yeah, it needs to be before school.
Yeah.
We'll have to save that video.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Obviously, I agree with everything Mo said. Mo was the guy that kind of spearheaded it. He came to me and he's like, "Hey, I was thinking about starting a YouTube channel," and I was like, "Yeah, let's do it." And so, like, he does all of the editing and everything like that. So I give him credit for all of that. And yeah, I mean, I want to be inspiring. I want people to be entertained by our videos, and I want people to see like a realistic progression or realistic like working out type of journey with like natural lifters, you know. So yeah, that's kind of my take on the channel.
Yeah, I mean that's a great MO to have, and you guys are quite realistic with your progress and stuff like that. And I feel like that's what most people want to see. You know, most YouTubers like this try to show just the best stuff, you know, but you never show. I mean, you got to show a lot of good stuff, but you show everything. You know what I'm saying? And you say there's something that's bad, you show completely everything. And you know, I'm upfront about everything, and that's what people want to see. I mean, Mo, is there anything else you want to say? And then, or is there anything about like the future? What are you guys thinking about? How like deviating your content stuff?
Well, first of all, basically our future, we want to get up to 10,000 subscribers so we can start making some money off this channel.
You only need
And-
1,000. You only need 1,000.
You only need 1,000.
Yeah, you only need 1,000.
Okay. Well, I guess 1,000 subscribers. You're gonna cut that out, right?
Or not. We'll see.
Come on.
All right. So 1,000 subscribers. I feel like we're in the summer right now, so when IEP starts up again, we can definitely like start telling more people. Isaiah can start telling more people. Actually, start to be impressed by what we're doing because we're not. There's not a lot of
Nobody does.
people. Not a lot of people are doing what we do. Like just to highlight something that Isaiah did. Isaiah did 250 pounds on his back and did a plank for how long? For 20 seconds. Like, Tyler, personally, do you know anybody that can do that?
No, I do not. I do not at all.
Exactly. So,
And
people,
Mo did 80 box jumps with 80-pound dumbbells. I don't know anybody else that can do that. I can't do that. So
I saw a video of
Yeah,
Miles
boxers,
Garrett doing them
80
with 50
pounds.
pounds. And I'm like, wait a minute. I know someone that does 80.
yeah, box jumps with 80-pound dumbbells is not the easiest thing.
Or the
surprisingly.
safest.
surprisingly,
It's not the easiest task. But anyway, we want to say maybe inspire people, like Isaiah said, to lift themselves. If they don't lift and they watch us and they see it, oh, I can do what this guy's doing. Well, they do exactly what this guy's doing because he's doing a lot of weight. But like, I want to get into the gym. I want to get into shape. I want to be fit. I want to be a better person. And like, that's what this channel says. It's that we're all trying to be better as ourselves, and we're all trying to be motivated. And I think we can give that motivation to somebody who doesn't live regularly.
I think too just how our videos are like, they're kind of more. We're not trying to make a character in our video. We're ourselves, and obviously both natural lifters. So like, it's very realistic, and anybody watching, like, they could still be impressed because we do a lot of, we do a ton of things that not many people can do. But like, obviously we're natural lifters, and anybody can achieve it. It just takes, you got to be consistent. That's the main, that's the way to do it, is to be consistent, basically.
Yeah, I mean, consistency is really key on YouTube. And, if you keep making videos, you'll keep getting recurring viewers. I got two more questions. One, what type of videos are you gonna try to do? Maybe like different videos than the gym. I mean, if not, that's fine. I'm just saying. And two, again, the title is like, it's got gym clips in it, and it's spelled Isaiah spelled wrong. But one, Isaiah, what are your thoughts that it's only Mo in the profile picture and you're not in it? How does that make you feel?
Wait.
No. Okay, so wait, what was the first question?
Are you trying to are you thinking about maybe
To
innovating
other
your content
videos.
as well, like having different types of stuff?
Yeah, I mean, I'm open to doing other videos. Basically, I guess we want to wait until we maybe get a little bigger on YouTube. I think we're gonna like mainly stick to like our three like niches, but we could definitely branch out and do just other sports or just anything like Q&As or whatever. I think we're both definitely open to that. And then for the second question, I actually, honestly, I knew that, but I didn't ever think of that until right now. But it's not really a big deal to me.
Can
Go ahead,
I
Mo.
say something?
Yeah.
The profile pic. So look, the YouTube account is connected to my Google account, and whatever my Gmail account, whatever my Gmail account's picture is, it's what the YouTube's picture is. Now I can change it. I have a picture of both of us that I can put in there if you would like that. But my picture on my Google account is me, obviously, just flexing,
Good bicep.
Yeah,
but
I can see it. It looks nice. Good definition.
Yeah, that's the picture that translates over to the YouTube channel. So I don't if I will change it if Isaiah wants. We can talk about this and we can change it. But I didn't realize.
Yeah, honestly,
that
I didn't even realize that until he brought it up. But
Yeah.
I did know that in the back of my mind, but I never thought about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just noticed that. I'm like, wait a minute, Isaiah's not in this. Why is he not in this? Oh man, is there anything else you guys want to talk about? Your channels or your channel? Sorry.
I mean, honestly, no. That's about it. Just yeah.
Pretty much.
I hope more people tune in and are inspired, and because we do some impressive stuff, and we're totally raw. Like I said, we just, we're real people. We're just average people like anybody else, but with hard consistency, you can accomplish basically anything. And we try to just be entertaining and inspiring. So that's the summary of our channel, I guess.
That's always
we want to help people. Basically.
Yeah, I mean that's always a great MO to have there. That's good. Make sure you guys go follow them. 31 subs. They're on the road to 100, 1,000, 1 million.
A billion.
We're all on the road. Trust, I'm on that same road, but I mean, I will probably never reach. Probably not even 10,000. You never know.
How many? Don't you have like over 100?
I guess we'll talk about mine next if you would like to. I guess so.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's hear a little bit about your channel.
Yeah, so my channel right now, I'm sitting. It says 458, but really it says 465. So I'm sitting at 465 subs. I'm pretty close to.
Not bad.
Pretty close to 500 here. Thank you. Total views, I'm up to 157,000. I've had a couple videos that have hit. I've had a Steph Curry video that's nearing 19,000 views. So I mean, I've been doing this since 2016 YouTube, and same with Twitch.
Yeah.
It kind of started with how my YouTube started. I'm sure you guys know Jake and Mason. I know obviously you know Jake, but do you know Mason too? I'm assuming.
I do, but I don't know. I don't think Mo does.
Oh. Okay, well, he's one of our friends. He's a good friend of ours, and one time where we were in a PlayStation party in end of January 2016. He's like, let's just share broadcast feature on Twitch, and then we did it, and then I just started streaming. I had this one viewer who came in, and then it kind of started off slow, and then what I did, I give you a little I started doing I played Madden 16 a lot. So I started doing giveaways, right? I have a lot of coins, so I used to do giveaways, and people like giveaways, right? Who doesn't like giveaways? And then people follow based off that, and then I kind of built a pretty good following. And basically, to my peak, right now I actually have 1,500 Twitch followers, so I have a pretty good Twitch following. But it's a lot of
not bad at all.
a lot of people that really don't watch anymore. I mean, when I stream, I'll still get like 8 to 10, which is not bad for just not streaming for like a year, and then I'll just stream again and get that viewership. So I'm pretty happy with that. But then I tried to deviate to YouTube here, try to take that following to YouTube, and I made like MLB videos, MLB The Show. I've been mostly gaming, but I've tried to like get away from that right now. And then the big thing that really started me off, or really started giving me a lot of views, was NBA free agency, and that was 2 years ago. So back in 2017, I talked about that free agent class, and that got me some views. And then I try to just do more news stuff within the video games and stuff like that. And now I'm back. And then I kind of took a big year. I took a year and a half off break because I went to college. I really didn't, I didn't bring my desktop.
Didn't have much time,
Yeah, and then I decided to come back, make this free agency, and these videos have really hit this time. And I'm looking at my analytics right now. This past month got 52,000 views, and I'm pretty happy about that personally.
Wow.
106 subscribers. So I've a lot of people have really enjoyed this stuff. But I really want to. I mean, I'm trying to think, if I don't make a free agency video, like, no one's going to view it. Like, I made this, I'm trying to do a Remember When series. So, like, Remember When, and then something that used to be a thing. And that's got, like, 15 views on one of my videos. So, I really want to, I don't know if you guys ever play Minecraft? I rarely played it, but,
I mean, I used to play it
I play a little bit.
Yeah. So, have you heard about the new Minecraft Earth game?
No.
Ooh, basically, it's VR Minecraft. It's like Pokemon Go, but in Minecraft, where you can walk around and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I kind of want to learn how to like share my screen like that, and then like I kind of want to make those videos. I want to jump on that right away because I think that game would be really fun and people would want to watch it. I do not have a camera. I mean, I guess I have my phone, but I want like a camera so like I can actually have face cam and stuff like that. I feel like that's the next step. And that's kind of like the future of what I want to do here. I mean, I want to get away from just specifically news. And I want to talk more real life stuff. I want to be, become a better editor and stuff like that. Make better edited videos and stuff like that. That's really the future. But that's really it. I mean, basically, right now, again, if a free agent signs, I'm there. But as of right now, this podcast is the next really idea that we've had, and I think this is gonna go over well. I think the name is good. I think this content was good today. I think that's good. But it's really.
I think everything went well, and thanks for having us on, and it's a good time.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, hey, no problem. I really enjoyed talking with you guys. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about? I have a little miscellaneous topic here. Is there anything in real life, anything that's happened today or that's gonna happen that you guys want to talk about?
Last night we had a.
I forgot. Yeah, tell the viewers about this.
We've got some highlights from that game. Isaiah, I believe you had how many points?
21. I think
21.
Cool.
Yeah.
What a game.
Isaiah had 21 points, and I had I had 12 or something. But the game wasn't particularly fun. We got creamed, as you would say, in the food industry. You probably don't get that reference. I should have said that. But anyway, I played my former teammate. Well, we're both former teammates to Carlos Carter.
Hey, he's also my former teammate as well.
Oh, yeah.
In
back in the day.
Fourth grade.
Second grade, probably.
Basketball.
Yeah,
really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
So we had to play Carlos Carter, who was playing D2
D2 for
yeah.
Shippensburg.
D2 for Shippensburg.
And D1.
I thought he was gonna go D1 personally, but there's also Jake Benhart, and he's at Edinburgh, I believe. Edinburgh is D1, right?
D2, I think.
Edinburgh is D2, so we got two D2 basketball players that we have to match up with. Me and Isaiah,
6'6" guy.
this 6'6" guy with the ponytail. He had a wet shot. If you left him open, he was gonna make it. So I had to guard the 6'6" guy. So guess who had to cover Carlos? Corden.
Sounds like Isaiah.
Gordon Metcalf.
Corden Metcalf. He's the captain of our team, but he isn't particularly good at basketball. But I'm not gonna dive in.
Shots fired.
Yes.
That was. All right. Yeah. So, just a little more on the game. Mo and I combined for 35 of our 57 points. We lost 119 to 57, which sounds really bad because it is. But believe it or not, the game before that, we lost 119 to 40. And that team wasn't as good as this team. So really, it's kind of a win for us. And Mo and I we held Benhart and Carlos to a low amount of points. So
that's a moral win right there, honestly.
Yeah, it's a moral win. I had to guard Benhart the whole game. Mo kind of switched between Carlos and this 6'6" guy who's a good player. So
the defense was all right. We played good defense. Our guys just couldn't match up.
They're all so big too.
So big.
Their average height was 6'4", and our average height's 5'11".
5'11".
Yeah, it's tough. And they had, like I said, they had two college basketball players on their team. And then they had another guy who's 6'3", 6'4", who might have been a college basketball player. He at least played like it. So, yeah.
Well, that sounds like it was. Was it fun? Was it fun?
I did personally. I had a lot of fun. Yeah. How about you, Mo?
It was fun for the most part. I did not like the end result of the game, but I did. The point is to have fun, and I did have fun playing.
And that's all that matters in the end, right? Is it fun? All that matters in the end, as long as you had fun, right?
Yeah, exactly. And next week, I don't know who we play, but we're going to have Isaiah and Dad absent from the game.
Ooh.
They're not going to be present at the game, so
we'll be on vacation.
I'm not looking forward to see how that goes.
Mo's gonna have to put the team on his back.
You should let me step in.
Good thing you have a strong back, because you're gonna have to really put. Yeah.
I mean, is Corden gonna give me the assistance I need?
I mean, my dad and I are good for at least 20 points combined per game. So, and we usually don't score more than like 50 points. So that's a big hit. So Mo's definitely gonna have to do something special if we're gonna get the W.
Yeah.
Oh my God! You should let me step in. I'll play. No, I'm just kidding. 5-6 guard. I'll stay in the corner.
We could use you honestly.
I could shoot. I could shoot a little. If I'm on, here's the thing. If I'm on, I'm on. If I'm off, I'm off. There's no middle ground with me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. One last thing. Isaiah, have you heard? Has Jake told you about the about tomorrow?
Oh yeah, cornhole tournament.
The cornhole
right?
tournament.
Yep. I will be there. I love. It's like one of my favorite.
Are
games.
you now? Here's the thing, right? Is Jake? Do you
Yeah.
know if you and Jake are teaming up? Are they splitting up, or what's happening here?
I'm pretty sure you can pick your teammate. So
I know. I'm just saying.
What I've heard,
Like,
from what I've heard, Jake and I are teaming up.
oh,
yeah.
so see, he's leaving Blake out in the dust. Okay, I'm just thinking.
Yeah, he is.
Okay, because it is for it's for money. So I'm trying to.
Yeah,
this
is. Isn't there like a $2
it's
entry
$5.
fee?
It's $5. It's $5. Yeah.
It's something like that. Yeah.
Mo,
So, it is
you
for
should
money,
come
yeah.
tomorrow. Mo, you want to be teammates?
What, a cornhole tournament? Where is this at?
This is at Jake's house, I think.
You can even film.
Do you have to sign up? Is there a paper or something?
No, you just go. It's $5 for each teammate. I mean, it'll be $2.50 really.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, so what time is it?
6 o'clock.
Yeah,
I'm sure Jake and Blake they'd be okay with it. I don't think they would be mad. I think they'd be
They wouldn't be mad if I just
No,
showed
they would
up.
not be mad. I'll tell them. I mean, I'm sure it's like, hey, can Mo come? And be like, yeah. And honestly, make a video out of it. Cornhole tournament video. Next video.
Could make a video out of it.
That's not a bad idea.
You can do
Wait a
cornhole
minute.
trick shots.
This is at 6.
Six.
When are you leaving for vacation?
We leave at midnight.
Oh, you're leaving at midnight.
Yeah.
Oh,
We
I thought
drive
you were
the
leaving
whole
in the
night.
morning.
That doesn't sound like fun.
So we could do our hot dog
We could
Or
do the hot
the-
dog thing right before.
right
Tournament.
Oh God.
before.
We could do that.
We
That's
could
a good
also
idea.
cornhole tournament if you like.
Yeah, we could do that.
That could work. See, that's why I threw the idea out, man. That's why I'm like, hey, I'll talk.
Did
I
you
mean,
say
I'm lifting
did
here
you
in
say you don't
about.
have a teammate?
I do not. So I mean, if you'd like to team up, Mo, because if Jake and Isaiah are teaming up, then all bets are off. I'm getting Mo. Would you like to team up right now? It's on video.
Yes, I would.
All right, there we go. Me and Mo. We're gonna beat him. Are you good at cornhole?
So, yeah, I'm actually very good at cornhole.
Good.
Remember back at as a graduation party,
Yeah, you're.
I was pretty decent for maybe like half the.
It's fine. No, listen. I was playing cornhole, right? One of our friends, her name's Laurel, right? I was playing with her. Man, I was awful. But I started playing with Isaiah's dad. We were money. Like, we beat Jake and Isaiah. That's how good we were.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, I mean, if it's not you, tell Matt he's coming. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, my dad is good at corn.
Oh, I know.
Right.
But Mo, we're gonna win, man. That's how it's
Let's
gonna
do
work.
it. So I bring $5.
Either that or two. I
Right.
don't know if it's $5 a person or $5 per team. I think it's per team, but either way, we'll split it up. We'll figure it out.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm gonna see Jake in about 2 hours. You know, it's leg day today. Oh man. So Jake skipped chest day yesterday. I can't believe that. I'm like, come on, Jake. I was doing chest day all alone yesterday. It was sad. But yeah, I'll ask him. I'm sure he'll be fine with it. It'll be no big deal. I'll tell him for video too. We'll tell him you'll be in a video. How does it make you feel, Jake?
Yeah.
You need some cameo. Have you had anyone? Yeah, you have. It's only been you two. You guys need some guest stars. You know, you need some. I guess
Yeah,
maybe
we
your dad
need to-
too.
we need
feature some
a
people.
feature.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Feature.
I'd happily feature on the channel if
Yeah.
you'd like.
We'll feature your channel too.
There it is. Because you guys are featured here. You got right now. I'm just looking at your guys' screen. And that's what the people are seeing. So that's
Nice.
Oh yeah,
big
nice.
clutch. So I mean that's basically it, guys. Is there anything
How
else?
many people are watching right now? Just asking.
Oh, I didn't stream this one. Because I didn't know if it was gonna work. I wanted to do. Well, I'll let you know how many views it gets. I'm sorry, I just didn't really. It wasn't working. I was having trouble with streaming the other day, and I was just like didn't feel like I'm like this is bothering me. But recording, I had no problems. But we can stream the next one. I can make it so we can stream the next one. But this, I'll let you know. Obviously, you can see how many views it gets. But yeah. Is there anything else? Anything else you want to tell the people?
No.
No, thanks for having us on. And
Yeah.
had a good time talking basketball.
It's been
and
a lot of
YouTube
fun.
and everything like that.
Yeah, man. Thanks for coming on, guys, and I really do appreciate it. We can always have some guest stars come through too. You know, there's many. We could always have that happen too. We could have people call in if we really wanted to. But yeah, man, that's all I have as well. To the people viewing, I hope you guys enjoyed the inaugural episode here of the Run It Back podcast. I had a lot of fun. I had a real good time talking about it. It's gonna be great, and I guess we'll see you next week. Isaiah, when do you get back from the beach?
We get back Saturday morning.
Okay, so we'll figure something out. There'll probably be a little delay for the episode 2, but it's fine. We'll figure it out. But guys, hope you enjoyed the video, and we will see you on the next installment of Run It Back. Later.